looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I am in misery. Everyone is watching me when I'm coming around. They all are judging me when I'm lying on the ground. I've got no shelter, I've got no escape. My life is a prison and I can't run away. I feel it in my bones, I'm losing it all. Stuck in my head, I am in misery. Deep inside myself, all I get, my only family. Stuck in the grave, can someone rescue me? I'm burning alive, I got it, I am in misery.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Taking Over. I am, of course, OLED Ed Fries, joined as always by my tag team partner way over there, Ash Pizarro. And of course, Asher, can you introduce us to our special guest for the night?
I mean, we had it on before, so we have to have her again because we had to, of all people, I had to ask her. So it's writer and host Santana. How are you doing, Santana?
I am great. Thank you for bringing me back for this special night of Roadblock for NXT. Got a lot to get into, I want to say, but I'm happy to be back.
Yes. I mean, we wanted to do something special because it's Roadblock, and then we have Giulia versus
Mhm.
Stephanie, which is going to be great. So we figured let's do something a little different than usual, and let's bring in a guest to make it extra spicy.
I'm happy about that. I mean, apparently the girls are main eventing, so I am happy about that.
That's my hope. That's my hope. I haven't even looked at anything yet.
Me either.
It looks pretty full, though. I'm good about that.
Apparently it's sold out. That's what it said. They said they are sold out. And I mean, with this opening match they got going on right now with the Hardy Boys and Axiom and Nathan, I mean,
I love that
could
mask
they
on
be
Axiom, though.
could they be taking those titles? Do you think?
Maybe.
No?
I don't know. I'm really torn about it. I don't know.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know, no matter what.
Yeah. So as Santana just said, we are in the middle of the tag team title match, the TNA tag team title match, I should refrain, with Fraxium, Nathan, and Axiom taking on the Hardy Boys.
No, they are really packed.
They really are the hardy old men now, though, aren't they? They're no longer the boys.
Yeah.
They're now the hardy
No.
old men.
Well, I think in NXT, I mean not NXT, but in TNA they just refer to them as the Hardys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No boys. It's just Hardys.
Yeah, my brother kept something similar about the young bucks. He's like, they're not so young anymore. I'm like, hey, they're in their 30s like me. Calm down.
Calm
When
down.
30
Work for a
became
little bit.
old. Why do people think when people
Right?
get in their 30s that means old? Like 30-year-olds today look like 20-year-olds still. And 20-year-olds look like they're pushing 40. So y'all living a hard life, okay?
Yeah, but the Hardys have been here for fucking like 20, 30. Like I've been watching the Hardys since like I was Javon Evans' age or younger. Like that's why the Hardys are old to me.
Yeah.
Whether or not their age is there, I've been watching them for a majority of my life. It feels like at this point.
It's like every decade the Hardys have been somewhere on our screen, whether they're in
Yeah.
WWE or TNA or AEW, etc. They've been on our screen since a lot of us have been kids, and now being adults, and those who have children are seeing, them, wrestle, and they're not doing as craziness as they used to back in the day. They definitely calmed down a lot because of the aging and whatnot. But it is also great to see, those that grew within our time of probably watching wrestling are still active.
I mean, they might have the two going on, but I mean, like, thank God Jeff Hardy slowed down because Jeff Hardy his body can't handle doing Jeff Hardy things anymore.
No, we'll never see him jump on the Titantron ever again.
I don't want to see him jump off anything higher than the top rope ever again. No steel cages, no elimination chambers, no ladders, nothing. Top rope is as far as he needs to go.
Yeah, they did have their ladder match in TNA recently.
Because every time I see Jeff, I just think of him going down the ramp dancing as the guys are getting beat up. I can't unsee that.
Yep, his AEW debut.
It's like, dude, help. There's people getting beat up. He's like, well, hold on, this is my debut. Let me go ahead and do what I use.
Let me go ahead and do my fingers thing.
When I get there, they can take a few more beatings while I get this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacrifices Jeff versus Moose in a ladder. Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know what Scarface is though, but
I don't know either. But yeah, it's gonna be some scars in there, definitely.
Oh, I'm sure both of them have plenty of scars.
Oh, Matt, it might be time to let their hair go, honey.
I'm using my VPN on my phone to put the broadcast on in case, like, we're picture in picture right now, which is fine, but eventually we're not going to be picture in picture. And I want to be able to see what's going on.
It sucks. Even with, I know, like the Netflix thing, a lot of us can't see what's happening. We got to watch the commercials or whatever, unless you like got a VPN or something.
I'm telling you, I got a VPN, and I won't say which one because they're not sponsoring us. But I'll tell you, I got 2 years for $100, and that's cheaper than my Peacock subscription would have been for the 2 years, assuming it never went up. And Peacock, we know, is going to go higher. So I'm paying less for my VPN to use Netflix and get rid of Peacock. And be able to see everything in the commercial breaks. And it's great. There's a whole world
too, right?
What's that?
So the PLEs too, you better watch it on
everything. Everything's on Netflix. All you gotta do is just tell it you're in the UK or Canada and you get everything. Yeah. You get all the old stuff, you get the new stuff. It's great. Absolutely fantastic.
They're holding out for America.
Bobby says, did they change things recently? I know when I used to watch NXT here, WWE ads were during the commercial breaks, unlike Raw with the content. So they still do. No. So right now, if there's nothing going on in the ring, Netflix will give you like a 3-minute thing of just like still / like slightly slow moving photos of people with a multitude of languages of "we'll be right back" on the bottom of the screen. if there's action in the ring,
Mhm.
you get to see the action in the ring, and you get commentary, where there's this whole kayfabe world of commentary that doesn't exist on television.
That's crazy.
Yes, they do still do those, and they do them primarily during NXT because they don't do any.
Commercial smoke breaks are funny. Oh no.
Yeah, commercial smoke breaks. And the best part is Netflix tells you exactly how long you have too. They'll be like, you've got break is like 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and you know exactly what time you're going to be back. Plus, if you appreciate anything New Day does, you have to have the Netflix thing because all of their promos are in the commercial break.
Yeah. So unless somebody's gonna post it on Twitter, for you to see, then that's about it. Or unless you're in a room with, someone who lives in another country where they're actually able to turn up their TV and let you hear the promos or whatever, then that's also beneficial.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I'm just saying, for under $100, you can get 2 years of a VPN and save yourself some money, not having to worry about Peacock.
That's true.
Especially if the only reason why you have Peacock is for the WWE. Like, obviously, if you watch other things there,
all my LAN orders are in there. My Chicago Mets and PDs, and my Fountain
You can get a
International.
lot of that on Netflix and Disney. I have all my NCIS from the very beginning on Disney in the UK.
Well, I watch a lot of Real Housewives, so they only have it on Peacock unless I go to Bravo TV. So I was like, I might as well utilize Peacock for that. But also, they put a lot of Fast and Furious on there too. So when they decide they want to recycle and re-put them on there, then that's why I still have my Peacock. But I don't really use it like that other than that. Or, Love Island or something.
Oh, I can't wait for Spanish Love Island to come onto something in the United States.
Please.
I can't figure out how to get. I have to know more about Montoya. I need the whole season of Montoya. Okay, for those of you that we never talked about this on the air, Astrid will send me these random clips of Montoya. And if you don't know who Montoya is, I'm not explaining it. But he has become my new favorite person. I feel so bad for this poor bastard. So I'm very excited to see everything. I even tried to download Mytel, which is apparently the Spanish, like the actual Spain Spanish thing that you can do to watch these episodes, and my shit still won't play it right, so I gotta figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Yes, there are indeed rumors that Meiko Satomura is going to potentially return tonight. I don't expect it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does, because she is there backstage. Let's all not forget, this is her retirement year. She is a coach for NXT anyways. She's often at the PC helping these women get better. I mean, it's not a huge surprise that she's there, and I hope that she makes an appearance. I'd love to see another Meiko Satomura match. I've only gotten to see 2.
Yeah, I like Meiko Satomura. I was trying to figure out, haven't seen her since she had that match with Roxanne. In a sense, from that's kind of what I can remember. And ever since then, I know she has her own promotion and shows that she puts on and stuff like that. So I know she's occupied with that, but she shows up tonight. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, I remember that in the 3-way for the NXT UK unification title. That's what I remember the most.
Yeah.
Oh wow, things are very. So, point of order here. Hulu is way behind Netflix because I've already seen the finish of the match, but I don't know who's on what, so I don't want to say anything.
I think mine is probably wrapping up right now.
Yeah, I just got it too.
And your winners, and still TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardys.
Good match, though. I think that Nathan and Axiom definitely deserve this opportunity to face the Hardys. I mean, them of course, being one of the greatest tag teams of all time, going against what could potentially be a new greatest tag team of all time with Axiom. And I don't know. I feel like this is really great for them. The Hardys, they kept up as well as they normally do, and with the speed that those two be going, Axiom and Nathan, the speed they be going. I didn't know if the Hardy was gonna be able to keep up because those are some young boys and y'all a lot older. So, but I think it's really cool, very respectful of that, and I know they have their own little miscommunication per usual, but I need y'all to get it together.
Oh, the goat Mickey James.
Well, I mean, she's the goat to us. Apparently, to WWE, she is eminently irreplaceable.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
I
do wonder what happened though, because I mean,
Undertaker just wanted his wife. Like, I think it could be as simple as that.
Yeah.
You could have replaced Bubba or something,
That's what I thought. I was like, why
this team keeps losing anyway.
No coaches.
Yeah, but I think it's cool, Jada and Mickey. That's really cool, And
this is why I was happy for Mickey James in TNA than WWE, because at least they treated her better over there.
Oh yeah, TNA, she was.
And NWA too, she was there for the pay-per-view.
One of the best TNA teams of all time, Hardcore Country.
Absolutely. Okay, looks like we have Roxanne versus Jordynne Grace. Is this the end for Roxanne? Because I mean, did they, I guess, put on pause her feud she has with Bailey or something?
I think it's stand and deliver. I still say that's a stand and deliver match. Bailey versus Roxanne, and I think Roxanne loses or beats Bailey and goes to the main roster.
Because it just feels odd, because I'm like, she lost the title, and then the match happened, and then just she got quiet after that. They barely feature her on TV now. It's like, what happened?
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, she was, of course, in the Royal Rumble, and she made it to the final two, and then she goes off and beat Elimination Chamber, and then it's like, okay, well, thank you for doing a little bit of service here on the main roster. We're going to let you finish up what you got to do down there in NXT. So, I mean, I guess, maybe I know that, the draft will probably be happening after Mania again. And then sooner or later, everybody's going to start being on the same brand per usual. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the timing just feels weird, because at that point, it's like, why would you have her kind of fizzled out after the chamber and everything?
Yeah, because it's like she literally was champion, had many successful title defenses, loses, and then now we got to figure out what we're gonna do now. Put in a few with Bailey, Cora.
I think they got caught in a weird spot with the women's division, where they for some reason got fixated on they had to have Giulia versus Stephanie, and apparently they had to have it before Stand and Deliver, because I still think that should have been the Stand and Deliver match.
I thought that was the direction that they were going to possibly go in. That's why I was kind of shocked when they announced that they were going to be champion versus champion, or winner takes all kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, whoa, wait. You just got this North American Championship now. What are we doing here? I mean, allegedly she's injured. I don't know for sure.
But Logan thinks that Stephanie's going to win because the rumors are that Giulia is injured. And I can show you. This is what you see on Netflix during the commercial breaks.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's kind of like the Superstars just saying, "Be right back." Yeah.
Yep. And it tells you it's like 1 minute, 36 seconds until we're back.
So kind of like the countdown to when the show starts for, NXT or Monday Night Raw, or if you're watching SmackDown on the, Netflix or something.
And why we got about just over a minute to go ahead and, see what happens with NXT, since we didn't have enough time to play it at the beginning, I'm going to play the weekly calendar right now so you can see everything else that our local establishment has this week.
But you make it no worse. Every time you hear these words, I'll be down the road, cause I got the odds are better on my side. I don't want you to try to be wise. I'm calling you God. I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart beats a beat down, I try to live just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I drown with a chance in the rain. I feel like I'm fading.
Hello, we're back. And we're back with the D'Angelo family.
Right on time.
Or for me. For me, we're back with the D'Angelo family. I don't know if you guys have got there yet.
No, I'm
I
not
haven't got there
interested.
yet. I'm still
I'm going now, I think.
looking at a countdown.
Yep, now I got it.
So it's nice to see that the D'Angelo family is expanding the empire. For those that didn't get a chance to watch it on Evolve, Luca Caristofino is now seemingly like the boss of Evolve. So that'll be fun.
Ooh.
Hmm? I was gonna say he doesn't look happy.
You know, Tony D'Angelo and Luca looks like twins sitting up here. I almost said, who are these people? Because they looking just alike right now.
There's something weird about her face, though. I don't know what it is.
There's something weird about everybody's face. It's fine.
No, I mean in the video game, not in real life, just in case.
I mean, there's always been something weird about Roxanne's face in general, but that's besides the point.
Hey.
Jeez.
But Anthony Luke likes it, and that's probably all she cares about.
Mhm.
For those that don't know that, they're not watching enough WWE LFG.
I am really excited to see Jordynne be in NXT. I know a lot of people wanted her to go to the main roster, but main roster is tricky and people get lost in the sauce quickly. You know, and I didn't want them to put her with like American Made or something because they're gonna think her and Ivy Nile are perfect together to be in a tag team. I did not want that at all whatsoever. I wanted Jordynne to still be Jordynne Grace, the Juggernaut, Big Mama Pump, all of that. I did not want her to be American Made. Okay.
No, that's true.
Oh, because the writers, the creators, you know, the writers in WWE, y'all are something when y'all make these ideas. I don't know who approved it, but y'all need more people in the back.
Right?
Well, at least we won't have to see this guy on tonight's show.
You know,
Or his facial hair.
every time I see Lexis King on my screen, it just upsets me. And it's not because of him personally. It's just the beard, the hair, the haircut. I hate everything about it. I do. I don't know who
Yeah,
keeps telling him to go with this, but I don't. I don't like it. Like, just pick something else. You know, everything
and
looks
it's like
so
my mom.
airbrushed.
It reminds me of what my mom says though. She's like, you saw me on the way out. Didn't tell me anything that I look terrible. Like nobody tells him he looks terrible on his way out.
They do.
Don't lie to the man.
They tell him. They tell him probably. I'm sure his barber doesn't tell him. You know.
That's true.
Mhm. I want him to lose so bad. I do. I really do.
If it's Moose, I don't blame you.
It is. I want him to lose so bad. I really do.
Yep. I know the match
Just
might be
looking.
at least decent, but I'm not looking forward to it just because of him.
Mm,
What, Obafemi versus Moose?
yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it sincerely, so I can watch Obafemi destroy Moose.
I hope you destroy him. I want that. Like, if I don't think that they will want to swerve us tonight with this. I don't. I really do not. Because I might teleport to New York in the middle of this stream and teleport and throw a bat because y'all lost your mind.
Also, great joke by Corey Michaels on Twitter. It's a poor form by Ariana Grace to not support her sister at ringside tonight. Jordynne Grace.
Well, you know, they had some misunderstanding with Santino.
Very true. Hmm.
Oopsie.
Oh, Jordynne. Well, I guess I'd say because her leg, Roxanne did
Oopsie, honey.
check her leg, honey. But
Let's
she
just
tried.
hope that was storyline and not.
I hope it.
Oopsie.
I hope so too because that's a terrible way to dislocate your knee or something.
Mm-hmm.
Dislocate your knee, tear some tendons.
Like, girl, you just got here.
Let's just say miss 6 to 8 months of your career.
I'm like, you just got here, Jordynne.
Yeah.
We cannot have this right now.
Especially on the road to stand on the liver. Please.
Right. We got plans for you.
Mm-hmm.
You better pull a 2008 John Cena.
I give CW credit. They're doing the NXT nonstop for both matches during the commercial break, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a positive, at least.
I do like that Roxanne is getting a lot of offense in here. And everything like that. Because I don't want it to seem like Jordan's gonna go out there and like demolish her or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. It's also nice to see Jordynne Grace getting WWE to allow the Muscle Buster back in WWE again.
Mm-hmm.
After they forbid Samoa Joe to use it.
Right.
After the TJ incident.
I mean, a new era, kind of, let's say. Because I remember that also wasn't that like a Vince thing of like if somebody's using a finisher then you can't use it because like for example we get Damien that has his finisher and Ethan would have to change his because Damien was there first, that kind of thing.
And like
no, it wasn't so much that I think it was that Vince stopped using it after Joe accidentally paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, I mean like in general with like finisher moves and stuff like that too because I feel like with Vince, I remember who was it? Oh, with Corey. That happened with Vince too. Like when Corey versus there, it's like the rumor was like, oh, we can't call you up because you got tattoos and people are gonna be mistaking you for CM Punk and things like that. That's what it like reminds me of. And I remember like that was like
Oh,
the reason why he didn't get called up supposedly. It was
Which
like
is
there are many. I guarantee you, there's about 10 different reasons why Corey Graves didn't get called
Yeah.
up. None of them had to
Mhm.
do with the fact that he had tattoos.
if he thought that people were gonna like mix up Corey Graves and CM Punk, he must really need to go see a doctor, an eye doctor at that, because they don't even look alike to me. Are we looking at the same people? No,
right.
not at all.
Yeah.
So if he thought that,
Yeah, that was. I remember that was a rumor online
no,
because of that.
honey,
Mm-hmm.
you just weren't that great, you know.
And while we're talking about Corey Graves, let's just say, we're not going to talk about the allegations. We're not going to talk about the podcast interview. The best to
Mhm.
Carmella in her career, where she goes from here, with her not being re-signed to WWE. I am very excited to see what and where she goes from here, whether it's continuing to be back in the business world like she was before the pregnancy and the drop foot, or whether she gets back in a wrestling ring in some place like TNA, in some place like AEW. Wherever she decides to go, I'm very excited to see what she does and how she does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the best of Carmella, and hopefully, let's leave all the podcast situation stuff alone and not talk about that, and just wish her the best in whatever she's got going on next.
I think the
Yeah.
only thing that I really like majorly, especially disagree with, is just the fact that people are like, oh, she like with the roster they've had now, they don't need her anymore. I'm like, you saw the pop that Alexa got because she's been missed and she hasn't been in the roster for 2 years.
Like what?
That's the same kind of pop Carmella's gonna get when she comes back. Like that was the mindset of like she's gonna get a really like good feedback because people miss her like on TV. Same thing with like a Becky Lynch. When she returns, she's gonna get a huge pop because she's been off TV for a while. It happens.
My
That
question is, with the depth of the women's division and the whole we don't need Carmella, is I think there are younger people that can do what Carmella does better than Carmella. And at that point, is it worth bringing back Carmella for the price tag that Carmella is going to cost?
I feel like she's one of the few people that I think she. The best way I can describe it is like no matter what she's given, she goes along with it and she does really well with it. Because even she said that the last gimmick that she had, um, I forgot the name of it, but she even said she didn't like it. But if you notice it, like you wouldn't have noticed it based on the way that she was into her character and the way she was so driven into it on TV. Like none of us would have noticed unless she said something. And she's one of those people that can do a face and a heel too, and either way still grab the audience in such a way that not a lot of people can do that either way as it is. So I feel like she has a good like connection with the crowd that a lot of people don't get to have. And it's like she can be serious, she can be a heel, she could be a comedy act. It's like I think she has a range in character wise.
I just feel like with Carmella, because I like Carmella. I've always liked her and everything. I just felt like when there were opportunities that were given to her, she knew how to utilize them to the best of her ability.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people will probably say, "Oh, well, she may not deserve to be in certain positions," or if there's a time where a girl decides not to show up to work, Carmella is always somewhere available to do what needs to be done. You know. So I mean, I hate the entire situation about it and how it went, but I'm sure she's gonna be fine. I'm sure that when she gets to the point where she's ready to, or she still wants to be in the ring, no matter where she goes, I'm sure she's gonna be a great asset to it. Especially in the women's division. Period. I think that she would. I'm not gonna say that she might be missed or anything, but or that she left like a mark or anything. But I'm sure that wherever she goes, she'll be a great asset.
Yep. Man, this has been really fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a very.
She's gonna be doing meet and greets, so I'm sure those who want to see her.
I was gonna say she's getting booked already.
As she should.
Yeah, like if we want to see her, I'm sure they will. So
man, this match has been good though.
Indy Hartwell just won a championship on the Indies. Congratulations to Indy Hartwell. I know Isla Dawn just posted all her booking information to start taking indie bookings.
But I feel like a lot of people, I know that sometimes for a lot of people, WWE is like the end goal for them because they want to have those like WrestleMania moments and stuff like that. And it's okay. Sometimes, things happen with contracts or people choose to leave, and go off and find themselves or, branch out to try different things. And that, that's okay. Sometimes a lot of people leave companies on bad terms and they still pull up again.
Yep.
We've seen it definitely firsthand. They talk so much stuff about these companies and then boom, they take some time off. Maybe it's a lot of miscommunication.
Look at Cody and CM Punk.
I was
Literally.
about to say, biggest examples.
So many people, they have said, "Oh, blah
Wow.
blah."
Good God.
And then
I never liked that move. I don't like Jordynne doing that move. I don't like it.
it's so scary because like
It does.
if you don't tug, your neck broke.
It's worse than the style clash, man.
But I kind of like it though because it's just like you're done. If you kick out of that, we got a problem. You kick out of that, you know what? Small package prize driver.
But she's still, I don't know if she's selling really well or if she's really injured.
I don't know. I hope she's just selling it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, Roxanne, girl, I don't know. I don't know.
So Asher, they're showing us the pictures now. Are you going to Tampa? Are you going to try to become media for the Tampa Bay 3-day event with Battleground, Raw, and NXT?
I want to. We'll see. I'm like, I drove there once. I can do it again.
You could do a 3 or 4-day combo. You could even do SNME, Saturday Night's Main Event.
No, I can't be there for that long though. I have to work at least a weekend.
Oh wow! I was like, if you work remotely, take that laptop with you. I tell you that because I mean, if allegedly Mr. Cena is supposed to be there, I mean, What is this next?
Yeah, because I think the girls are main eventing for sure. I think what's next?
Oh
no, wait.
Well, that's an intriguing Mr. Gentleman.
Feeling like Damian Priest's father.
So yeah, it is Oba, Moose, Ethan, Javon, something else, and then Giulia, Stephanie.
Okay. Well, Oba, you do what you gotta do. The question: the Great American Bash, Cole versus Lee was the first time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little early for them to unify this title because they don't really have. They're not saying that I hope they're not thinking about unifying.
They're not. Vic Joseph has cleared this up. This is not a unification. This will be one person holding 2 championships.
I do not need no unification of a title because those girls in NXT don't even have tag team titles no more. So they need something else to fight for at least. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there should not be any unifications going on for either of those titles. Because otherwise, like, what was the point of even creating this? Then social media is going to be very upset because like you took the title off Fallon just so you can unify. No.
Yeah, especially in this division like NXT that the women are doing so much, or is compared to the main roster, especially.
Right. No. You're good. I'm not, but I mean, if it keeps them like keep it separately, I don't know how long whoever wins is gonna hold both of these titles. That just means they're gonna be double booked to be defending. Or hey, they'll be like whoever wins, like, you know what, I really don't want this title. Let's put it up for for vacancy, and then it's gonna be like, okay, what was the point of this?
So I like the idea of that one a little bit better because it's like I accomplished what I wanted. I proved I'm the best. Here's this championship. You guys can all earn that. Plus, if they're doing the Giulia to Stephanie transition, it
Mhm.
allows Stephanie to lose one championship without losing.
Right.
But I'm with Millie. I still, until I see it happen, I don't see this
Mhm.
ending.
I want
I'm
this to
not-
not end clean
Yeah,
at
I'm
all.
begging for it to.
I don't
I'm
know who gonna pop up,
Fallon.
but
Fallon and
somebody
Toxic
mess it
There's
up.
Attraction.
options.
Terrible
Somebody mess
Toxic
it up.
2.0.
Fallon,
Plus,
girl, get out here and do something.
you know what? I was thinking too of the mindset of like, I know this is a new era in a way, but WWE tends to do whenever it's a new like a match like this that is so like historic and it's the first time, they don't end it clean the first time around just to give you an excuse to give you a second one and actually end it
Right.
the way it should, which is the part that makes me think of. I think it's better to have somebody come in like a Fallon and Terrible Toxic come in, interrupt the match, do the rematch and stand and deliver with only one championship on the line and have, for example, Stephanie lose somehow on the way there.
Yeah.
So,
Because if this match doesn't end clean, I think I can predict the entire Stand and Deliver card right now. I think a month plus out, I think I can take a shot at the 6-match Stand and Deliver card, almost guaranteed. At this point, if there's 2 women's championship matches, because I think it would be Giulia versus Jordynne, Roxanne versus Bayley, Stephanie versus Fallon would probably be a rematch for that title. Or that would be a multi-woman match with Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic. And then I think it would also be JC Jane. I think it would be a 6-woman ladder match. And I think you'd probably put JC Jane in there.
yeah, that's a good one.
Then I think you get a tag team championship match. Axiom versus insert random team here that they beat. I say they beat because I want them to lose. I've wanted them to lose for 9.5 months now. They still haven't lost. I'd honestly really, really prefer it if it were the Chase U duo, but it's not going to be the new Chase U duo. And then I think you've got Oba versus either Trick or Eddie Thorpe, whichever way they want to go. I think it's Eddie Thorpe, but
No throwback. That one's already. I thought you meant for tonight. I don't know. That could be another option too. You're
I don't know
not
why
late.
you
We're here.
I don't know why you would do Stephanie versus Jordynne, like not for the women. Like again, if you have if it's going to be the 2 titles on one person, you need to do the old school WWE thing with name redacted Kurt Angle and I think it was Chris Jericho, who might as well be name redacted at this point too. But they did a 2 out of 3 falls match essentially. It was a 2 falls match. The first fall for one championship, the second fall for another. And that way you can go ahead and have somebody win that North American championship and then somebody win the women's championship. I think that's the way you do it. But I'm very excited for NXT Underground next week. Why are we having it next week? I don't know. I thought they'd do it this week to promote the video game.
Right.
Because the video game comes out Friday and the NXT Underground is one of the 2 new match types. Oh, shit. Now we have to go off the air. STG's here.
Hello.
Hey, did you know Moose has a Def Rebel theme?
Huh?
Moose has a Def Rebel theme. The closed captioning on Netflix just said that Moose's music is called Hands of Fate by Def Rebel.
Handsome Fate.
Hands of Fate.
Oh.
I want to say
Wow.
that name is way off. I don't want that one.
Wow, no.
I think I forgot to put this one up. Sorry, throwback. I'm catching up on this.
Yeah, no, I've already pitched Ole weekend for everybody to come to New England for Evolution weekend. We all just go to Evolution. It's 4th of July weekend. It's Boston. It's a big deal. It would be a bunch of fun. We should just do Ole weekend in Boston.
Says the guy that lives in Boston.
Fat man don't fly. Nobody wants to go to Orlando.
Oh, but do what you gotta do.
I can't complain that it's not that far from me, at least. Yeah, the one thing I missed from the original one was that I wanted to have the set evolution on it, but I was hoping they would sell it on the website after, and I don't think they did.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Oba, do what you gotta do. Please.
Trust me, it's on in the middle of the show. He's not losing.
Please. Unless somebody bring themselves out here and try to interrupt, I do not. Please. Do the Lord's work for me.
Oh yeah, Oba's a massive dude. I was very, very excited to see him in Lowell, Massachusetts in December. Destroying poor Axiom. It was fantastic. He threw that little man around like a rag doll. It was great.
He did.
Friend of the channel and the leader of the wrestling club, Victor Tyler Perry, is there live at the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching his tweets from Twitter. He is by far the best person in the entire IWC. I think we can all, as much as we all love each other, let's just be honest here. Victor is the best person in the entire IWC.
Yep.
He is. I mean, especially what he does for those kids and everything. I'm jealous because I used to get made fun of for watching wrestling as a kid. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to have they had us do like a little class project or whatever about what type of club you would want to make. And I wanted mine to be a wrestling club. My class laughed at me. I said, okay, y'all think that it's funny, but one day somebody's going to have a wrestling club for kids at their school. And I'm going to be mad because I'm not a part. I want to sit in class and just watch old wrestling stuff and react to it. You know, where is that for the? Well, I guess this is for the adults, but where can I go find a class where I can just sit in and watch wrestling?
Right.
I mean, we just need to start a channel where we just do a watch along and we get a bunch of people in a Zoom room and just watch old school wrestling matches
and just have like the background, like sitting in classroom chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like have on Teams meetings and stuff.
Yeah. So I had this idea years ago for a show called Looking Back Wrestling, where I would take like a really young wrestling fan, somewhere between like 18 and like 24, and I would show them old WWE. Like I'm talking like Golden Age, like Hogan era, like early WrestleMania, and start showing them that this is what wrestling used to be, and seeing how youngins react to what it was like back in my day as I get my little cane and yell at kids to get off my lawn.
Like, this is what you call wrestling? You know, because kids are very blunt.
They are indeed. I think we were all made
fun of. Like, girl, I know it's fake.
No, especially like, not in the fake part, but then being a girl like in wrestling on top of it, that's another like layer to it. That's a guy's thing. Why are you watching that?
No, like my people watch. We used to have watch parties at my home, but you know, on the Monday Night Raw, we used to go past 10 o'clock or whatever, and I had to go to bed because I had to be at school the next day. But I would throw tantrums because the main event was the big thing. Whatever closing the show was what mattered most, and that's what people are going to talk about at school. And I wanted to be in the know, you know. So
the days before TiVo and DVR, when you had to make a choice, you're either watching Nitro, or you were watching Raw.
And like make a decision. I remember when they used to give us like the little pre-shows and stuff for free to watch before you had to pay for the pay-per-view. Thank God things have evolved. You know, because my parents was not paying $45 to watch a SummerSlam, or WrestleMania or none of that. You have to catch it after it's post.
I used to refresh your website, like take like more or less like 30 minutes, refresh your website to see who won because I couldn't watch it. And I was like, no, so and so won and I didn't watch it.
I remember being in AOL chat rooms when people would win in the superstar line. The famous Shawn Michaels gif where he's like typing like this because he doesn't know how to type. Oh, this is great. Yes, the word fake is not, as I say it to anybody who I talk to about professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is as real as your favorite action movie.
Absolutely. You go out there and you do a suplex or you take a bump. Because, like, those people don't be faking injuries, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody who thinks it's fake needs to go and do a day at the at whatever local indie promotion training day they have, where they have like that open training day.
Where the mats are not as good as what you see on television.
Oh no.
You're gonna be on some wood, hard wood, okay?
Yeah.
You might get stuck with a needle or something.
I mean, Nepwa's a little bit better than that, but it's not much. I mean, I'm lucky. I have the New England Pro Wrestling Academy right here down the street, where I have people that are trained like Mercedes and Dijak and people like that. I mean, hell, right now, Dijak has come back and he's now one of the head trainers at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Like, it's incredible to be able to get that kind of training at a local school.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to indie wrestling promotions, you need to go. I tell everybody in the world. I keep telling Astrid she needs to go to an indie. She just needs to find one and just suck it up and go.
I found a couple that I kind of, is that the bad thing in the area I'm in so far? I think the closest one I see might be like 30 minutes or so.
That's fine. 30 minutes is
not when you're going by yourself. It's not fun.
Then don't go by yourself. Take your brother. Take your little sister. Take mini Astrid.
I got to show.
This is why I prefer the herd that we have in Canada, because they go to the wrestling shows together.
We don't have a horde here.
No.
Not the herd, it's a horde.
Anyway, that's the only thing that I miss from being there, being in the group, and everybody goes together to the show.
Congratulations, Millie. It is indeed a fun experience having gotten the chance to see him live more often than most people with Chaotic Wrestling. It's thoroughly enjoyable to watch Mr. Dijak live. He's far more entertaining than people give him credit for. This match hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be.
I feel like I've been in picture for too long, though, at the same time.
It'll be back in about 20, 40 seconds.
That's the only thing. So I feel like...
Yeah, this was a 4.5 minute commercial break, just so we're clear.
They love doing that picture-in-picture.
Well, I mean,
unless you still get to see the match, but it's better than them cutting it off in the middle of something big happening. And then somebody's on Twitter, oh my God, did you guys see that? No, we have commercials.
I guess he was talking to Oba, though.
It really does amaze me at how, like, when you see Oba in the beginning of his career and seeing like this personality, this character, and his in-ring ability, and how he has like this presence on the crowd, you don't really get that in a lot of the like new talent or whatever. A lot of them, especially being those breakout tournaments too, like you really don't. Sometimes they kind of just float around and everything, but like with Oba, the way that he draws in the crowd and everything. Like he has control. No, like
Mhm.
how it was when he went over into TNA, and how like people were, amazed at him and him wrestling over there. I think that gives him an opportunity to see how he wrestles against other talent that's not within the same promotions as him, that has like a little bit of a different style.
Yeah. And like we had Throwback saying, almost 30, 35, 40 matches into his career on television.
Mm-hmm.
It's just great. One of my friends in high school is starting the promotion. The first show is Sunday, June 1st, and one of the first people he signed for it is Dijak. Fantastic. I look forward to finding it. Pro Wrestling Symphony. I'll see if they're on indie wrestling TV. That's the only reason. That's the only way I get to watch wrestling from everywhere else, is I go to indie wrestling TV. Hell, I even like it so much I've given it to Astrid so she can watch more indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Because every now and then she'd bug me and she'd be like, "Can I watch this match?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I would download the show. And I'm like, "Screw it. Here's enough. Just give me the password. Just watch."
Jeez.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I didn't know Moose could do that.
Yeah, they be moving.
He's not slow Moose like Astrid tells me about.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that tonight.
He
Because
has.
wasn't.
I mean, he's in a WWE ring where he always wanted to be at.
That's
You
true.
better show out.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, you don't get a lot of chance to do it.
I was going to say that's an interesting thing for these TNA talents. For a lot of them, this might be their one and only shot to potentially work for WWE.
Yeah.
And Lord knows Triple H is watching, so you better as hell show up and show out every time you get to work on NXT.
Right.
Because I remember him versus, I think it was Laredo Kid, if I'm not mistaken, and even the crowd was so quiet. So quiet, and the only time they made any kind of noise was because Laredo did something really fast and really amazing, and then we're like quiet again.
Was the crowd just chanting, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks"?
That's
not a good sign.
These
crowds are really interesting.
It's New York. This crowds are always half awful. Anything New York based, you just give it half a thing, because like the Yankees, they suck. That was meant for one person. Astrid's dad's favorite team is the Yankees. Being a Bostonian, I can't have that. Holy shit. Sorry. That was impressive. Holy Christ.
Yeah. And I think Joey's there too. Joey Carney that we had here before.
Oh, okay. Angle Joey?
Mm-hmm.
Those are
it's a nice place. Like it's a good looking arena.
I love the setup, yeah.
No, it's a New York NXT crowd. That's very different.
Because a regular NXT crowd weekly,
they're not chanting "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" during an Oba Femi match. They might do it during a Lexus King match, but not during Oba Femi.
Damn.
And he's about to pyro up.
Jesus Christ.
It feels weird when they say TNA wrestler. They say such a way like that. Every time it's like emphasis on wrestler. And I'm like, okay, jeez.
Yeah, Vic's got a weird way of saying the word wrestler.
I don't know what it is, but he said he likes a little emphasis on the word wrestler that sounds odd. And I heard it just now, like a kid on here is like, okay, we know they're from TNA, but you don't have to say it like that.
I mean, it's just, I guess I don't know. Has he watched TNA? Is he not familiar with their talent over there?
He was there at Full Sail last week. His wife is the ring announcer.
I was just saying, maybe he's shocked that a TNA wrestler, is out there like that.
Yeah.
He's like,
He
oh,
does like an
okay.
emphasis on the word that it just I don't know. It sounds odd to me. Is it? And the word sounds the same, but the emphasis on it just sounds different.
I just think that he's really into it.
This has been such a well booked match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so good.
Like everyone is getting time to put on a show.
Yeah.
And NXT, like whether it's like their televised shows or like their pay-per-views, they tend to do pretty well. Like I don't even think I can remember like the last time NXT has had like a bad pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Their premium live events are always top.
They definitely be showing out more than the main roster. Sometimes you get like,
Yeah, main roster's like, we'll stay with it.
Well, we'll see. Maybe today we'll decide to screw everything up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a couple names in here that I know. Brooke Havoc, I've heard of.
Yeah, I know.
Brooke,
Fred Slayer, Brooke,
and J Rod, on Kaya.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, kick out, please.
Santana bought that near fall. She hasn't bought them all, but she bought that one.
I was like, you know what? How fast can I get to this building, this venue, before I lose my mind? Oh my God. Cover him.
That reaction was priceless.
I was gonna say I knew it for about 15 seconds, but I wasn't gonna let it show on my face.
Thank the Lord. Send his ass packing.
Yes.
Back to TNA. Okay.
Back so that Astrid and friends can go ahead and talk about him every Friday on Making an Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Moose losing, is that breaking Astrid's heart?
Hell no. Hell no. No.
As we've said before, fuck Moose.
Like no. Let's just send your ass back to the system, and go from there. Because you're not holding no 10 championship over here.
It's like, and my hell knows when it's in caps and everything of how loud I'm saying it.
Like, there's only one good member of the entire system, and it's Eddie Edwards. It's not even his wife. And people get mad at me for ragging on Alicia, because I do it all the time. But you don't understand. I not only had to watch her in TNA, I've had to watch her locally. Because her and Eddie are from the area. So she wrestles locally on the indie scene. And I just don't like it.
I really love Zarya and Soul's relationship and everything. I really do.
I would love to do a rage room with the Ole group. That would be fun.
There was gonna be opening ones where at one of the malls, not the mall, but it's like a marketplace that I go to, but I don't see it now. I'm like, dang it, I wanted to rent it. There you go, Fatal Influence.
Oh God, she's doing a shoey.
Oh, look at Ricky.
Everybody's so angry around here.
I just want Fallon and Mickey James to be next to each other again.
Yes.
I want Fallon to be far, far away. Send her to TNA.
Why? Such a Fallon hater. She's great.
I've been a Fallon hater for a long time.
Yeah, I know
It's not
why.
like this is a new thing.
I know. I still don't know why. There you go. Haha.
NXT doesn't like outsiders like you. Ethan, what the fuck
Like,
are
are
you?
you not? Hello? Like, are you not one too?
You spent 18 years getting to WWE. Does
Right.
that not classify, like, define outsider?
What do you think? You
Oh.
homegrown?
There we go.
He thinks he's homegrown.
Hmm.
I like Ethan Page though, but don't upset me. Don't piss me off. However, I am going for
Bobby and-
Javon in this match though.
Oh,
That's my son.
Bobby and STG talking about soccer. They're absolutely leaning into the potential romance. Wait, what did I miss about the romantic feelings between who? Wait, what did I miss?
Is it? I mean,
Which
is it about?
segment is this?
Was it about
Does she meet
Daria and
Rick?
Soul?
It might be. It might be.
Oh.
Should give us an update in a minute.
Yeah, let's give her a moment.
May I ask about?
Okay, it is Zarya and Soul. Okay. I'll have to rewatch that then because I did not get that.
They might be. Let's see. May I ask about your origin in wrestling? Oh, yeah. I got into wrestling because of my parents. My parents were big wrestling fans, and just magically just ran into the room and they were watching it. So I've been watching wrestling since what people like to hate to say is that Attitude Era. Oh, I was definitely one of those Attitude Era kids. I know I was watching, anybody within the Attitude Era. I watched. I've seen it all, to be honest. And so, eventually, my parents grew out of watching wrestling, so it was just me. I didn't really have a lot of friends who watch wrestling, but I had some that did, and I really want to say I didn't really find my wrestling community until about 2021 per se. And since then, I've been here somehow, some way. But I always watch wrestling, even in college. A lot of people get to a point where they kind of like stray away from watching wrestling, but I never stopped. I was here all the way in college in my room watching wrestling because I didn't want to be around other people. And I stayed on campus and I had my own dorm room. So I didn't have no roommate. So I can watch whatever I want in there. So but yeah, I've been watching wrestling when I was a kid and that's my parents, but they won't watch it anymore. They'll go to like when there's like when WWE used to have like their live shows, because it seemed like they stopped now. My parents would go with me or take me there to watch the shows and stuff. And everybody kind of be like quiet in my section, and I'd be the one making noise. I think the last time my parents went with me, I think this was when Roman was champion, unfortunately, and Drew McIntyre was the face, and I was rooting for Drew to win at the live event while everybody else in my section was rooting for Roman. And I was like, I don't care how many ones y'all put in the air. Y'all putting in the wrong one, F Roman. Baby, when I tell you that crowd tried to jump me verbally wise, not physically, because I line them up. We'll run a gauntlet, okay? But yeah, that was like when I was doing a lot of other wrestling content, I will always talk about Roman in a negative way because I knew that it would upset other people who will watch the like post shows and stuff like that. So, I'm a big troller, If somebody that I didn't like showed up to NXT right now that Astrid knows about, I would apologize in advance because I don't want him to appear while I'm sitting here. Okay.
Joe Hendry.
Don't want him to be here because I will bash him. Absolutely. I've already blocked him and muted him on my Twitter because I don't want to see him.
We all agree to disagree on that one.
me tell you. Let me when Roman threw him over the top rope for Royal Rumble. That's the first time in a long time I cheered for Roman.
No,
Only
yes,
because he did what I wanted somebody else to do, was to get Joe Hendry out of the Royal Rumble. And when he threw him over the top rope, I was happy, and then I went right back to disliking Roman. I just needed yell services for like 5 minutes, get his ass out the ring, and I go back to, we can go back to our little beef. But
I
yeah.
can't like Roman anymore right now. He's fucking with Seth. He's fucking with Punk. I love it. I can't be a bigger Roman fan right now.
Mhm.
I'm not a Henry hater. I just don't like that man. What about my favorite wrestlers?
I'll
Like
be
of
right
all
back.
time or currently? Because
Both. We got time.
let's see. So the wrestlers that I like, of course, John Cena. Like, hello, that's my GOAT. Like, I want that 17-time championship to happen, and I'm so glad that he went heel. You have no idea. I like Cody. Don't get me wrong. I do like Cody, but Cody is not my number one. I was gladly happy to see Cena do what he needs to do. Travis, count your days. Count your days. I do like Bianca. She's absolutely one of my favorite women's wrestlers. I think that she's absolutely everything. Honestly, I like Naomi. I like Jade. Lita has always been one of my favorites from back in the day. I love Lita. Everything about her. I love Jacqueline, Jazz, Victoria, who doesn't really get a lot of credit for what she did within the women's division. Like, she was a girl who gave you body, who was a diva, but also beat your ass too.
Yeah.
So, and I loved everything about her. Melina, she was one of my favorites. I was very dabbled into the Diva Search era. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed the aspect of it. I thought it was really cool. I loved Ivory. Ivory was another one that was like a beast until she got with the right to censored, and they used to get on my nerves, but I still liked her then too. I like Billy Kidman, not only because of his theme, but because he's actually really good in the ring. Steve Blackman, it really varies on a lot of people. But yeah.
Santana, is there anything other social media you want me to add to your banner since you have it here?
You can put my my YouTube channel. It's still the same thing.
No, okay.
Yes, Victoria should be in the Hall of Fame. I
know.
wholeheartedly agree.
Well, let me tell you something. That you put that rights and senses theme as your alarm system, you gonna wake the hell up. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Because every time that I used to get, I just put my TV on mute whenever they came out. I was just like, Lord, why did y'all choose this annoying alarm? So,
and just because Astrid's here and I have to do this, and I want to do it live as opposed to showing it to her on Twitter. Tracksuit is fine.
Yes, that's an iconic picture.
Yes, with the greatest tag team currently and a tag team.
Oh,
because I went on a bit of a rant last week when the Hardys declared themselves, and Nathan and Axiom keep referring to the Hardys as the greatest tag team of all time, and I disagree. I vehemently disagree that the Hardys are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. So, why is Ethan taking these chair shots so awkwardly? There we go. That's a little better. Sorry, you guys haven't seen it yet, but you'll see it in a second.
He just just keep picking up all these different chairs.
Yeah, Ethan's about to get blasted with chairs for about 5 minutes. But just look how awkwardly he takes this.
It's like he toots his butt up.
He's thinking too very awkwardly like that.
The third one was good. The third one was a good way to take a chair shot, but The other two, not so much. Yeah, it's definitely more than 200. I wanted. What's the? Hold on.
But what if I want to look though, Millie? That's the thing though. Respectfully though, respectfully. You looking up how much the crowd is in the section?
Is this supposed to be blood on his pants? On Javon's pants?
It feels like it, but it also feels like paint at the same time. I don't know, I can't tell.
Well, it definitely is paint. I think it's supposed to
Okay.
be.
Because I'm
And
like,
by the way, the theater at MSG, if it's sold out fully, seats 5,500.
I knew you were looking it up.
It seats between 2,000 and 5,600. And that's the theater. That's the small arena attached to MSG with that they're in tonight. The one that they were in last night for Raw is the actual MSG. Kicking each other in the head. Double chair shot. Those might be. Oh, I think those are the pants he wore in Lowell the night Ethan.
Oh, is it dry blood?
oh, okay.
I think it's dry. I think it's supposed to be the dried blood packets.
I
from
have
the
to say,
pants he
girl,
wore in Lowell.
I hope. Well, I really do hope that's painting. You didn't. That just mean you didn't wash them pants.
Well, I think you'd keep it as a way to motivate yourself. You might keep something like that.
Santana's judging that so bad.
might need to have a conversation.
Her and Lauren need to have a chat about wrestling fashion then.
I do know the little thing about wrestling
I was
fashion.
gonna say Santana would be great for that. There you go.
I
I'm
do
telling
know
you, that show that Mel was working on with wrestling fashion, I would have been a hit, man.
They would have hated me because it's a lot of looks I be judging every time Jesus.
That didn't feel good at all.
No, that's I wonder that's how they used to do chiropractic back in like the 1800s. That's how I think. Yeah, I used to just You need your spinal cord rearranged? Let me put you through a table. It'll fix you right back up.
Ethan just picked up the broken piece of table and hit your mom with it. Like, it's a full commercial break, so y'all can't see this, but Ethan just literally took the entire fucking table piece, legs and all, and just used it like it was a steel chair.
Ethan has also been a great addition to NXT too, I'll say, because seeing his work in previous promotions, I don't really feel like I paid enough attention to him.
Yep.
And I feel like here in NXT has really allowed like his character to really, really shine. I didn't expect him to come in and like be an NXT world champion like that quickly either.
Yeah.
But
I also feel like he came at a good time that they had like a big gap in the division and they needed more like top guys, and he came at a good time to help. Even though he's there, there's still a void to fill in there as well after all the call-ups that happened. People like the Carmelo Hayes and the Braun Breakers, but still, like I feel like he came at a good time to help with that void, even though it's still not completely filled, in my opinion.
So Ethan just set up a table. It's leaned against the ring and the commentary table. and the
Like how
legs
they do the
aren't
ladder?
on the ground. Yeah, like how they do the ladder bridge, but the legs aren't on the ground. So like the table is just hovering in midair.
And just floating.
That just
Yeah, because
levitating.
it's attached to both. Like it's got
Yeah.
pivot points with both things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of chilling.
Well, if you set it up, you go through it, so you know what's gonna happen next.
That doesn't look safe at all.
No, it's not. I'm looking at it right now. It does not look very fun.
There's no
Whoever
restriction.
goes through that is gonna fucking hurt.
Okay, so whatever I'm watching on, because I don't have the VPNs for Netflix, and my what's I like to say, cable people don't like to use CW. So I'm somewhere you're not supposed to be, but just
however
know
you can watch wrestling.
I am seeing this. I did
how it
see him
goes.
throw that damn toolbox at him like he lost his mind.
Yeah, he fucking threw that
jumped it.
toolbox.
And I was like, now Javon was gonna be another broken jaw if he threw that and it actually connected.
So Santana, me and Ash have been talking about this for weeks. Do you feel like they quick played this rivalry with Javon and Ethan, where this match should be a match at Stand and Deliver, and Javon should have been out, especially the second time that he got his mouth hurt by Ethan Page?
I do. I feel like they are. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it to like nobody forgets Javon in a sense because he really isn't in a lot of stuff. You know, more recently, I think they may, also be trying to, throw in Trick a little bit in a sense, but I feel like with this feud here, with him and Ethan could have definitely went to Stand and Deliver. I feel like there could have been a lot of build up that they could have had more to this outside of just him taking his smile or whatever. So I do feel like the second time, especially with how severe it was, he definitely should have stayed out a little bit longer. And then like maybe I don't know when they're kind of like in that role to Stand and Deliver, he could have like came back or something like that.
Yeah, I
And
said that too, that they
STG
could have had Javon off TV for a little bit, just so that he gets a bigger reaction, being that he's off TV for a bit. Sorry,
and
what were you saying?
STG here. I can help you out, STG. The first match was this, just to make Astrid even more and more sad.
It's fine.
They're
It's just one time.
fine. They're
It's one
okay.
time. It's
you know?
okay. It's one time. It's okay.
Axiom is not fine.
Yes, they
They
are.
have their moments, every time we think Axiom is not fine, they're fine. They do good. They just had a little bit of miscommunication per usual, trying to see who can pull out the best tricks. And well, things transpire. I say that.
Millie, the timing of Ethan showing up. You just got here. You don't deserve a championship right away. It was good. It fit right in. It was a well-told story. I like it.
Oh, hold on. He's throwing them hands through.
Yeah, Javon is definitely
Ethan, you cannot you cannot catch up, honey. I don't know where you from, but where from Javon from.
What was Javon Evans' indie name? I forget.
Was it Malachi Black or something? Malachi something, I think.
Okay, well, he was Malachi. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who was what. Because I remember it was him, Connors, and whatnot all got signed at the same time. Oh, Jesus.
Jay Malachi? I think it's
Jay Malachi.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
I know it was something. I said Malachi Black.
That move was indeed something.
Don't listen to me. He might pop up.
RKO off the edge. Well,
yeah, just I think he tried to redeem himself after that. His match with Randy. Beautiful though. Very well executed.
Yeah.
Even though he kind of hurt himself a little bit more.
The New York crowd is much more into this than they were into the first match.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
well,
just think they
sorry,
needed to wake up a bit.
they were very into the first match. They were not into this one.
Yeah.
He said, "I can do a damn RKO."
Okay, you go do an RKO just like that.
No, Millie's saying that's what Javon said. She's not saying she
Oh,
can.
girl.
She's
Oh,
saying
I was gonna
Javon
say,
said he could do that.
I mean, if you can't, hey, get on up there and do it. I'm telling you, I don't mind. I love this. I mean, even though they say don't try it at home, I do like to see people try it at home because I have indeed tried it at home.
No, North American crowds, New York is not the best. You start with Chicago, and then you have your areas beyond that. But all North American crowds start with Chicago. There's a reason why AEW went to Chicago for everything for about 3 years.
Chicago definitely has the best crowd.
I was to say, plus on top of it, Ed being from Boston, he's gonna say New York is definitely not in the list.
No, there's not any at all.
Mm.
You know, they
I just
haven't been to Chicago. They're not oversaturating their markets. They're really not. They're running a lot of different markets now. They're doing a good job.
Oh.
Ow. Oh,
Wow.
fucking Sabu there and just threw the chair at him.
No freaking way.
Another one, thank you.
Wow.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Let's go, Javon.
I can't say fucking ow. Millie, we still love you always. You know that, Millie. We adore you. Uh-oh. Hey, Astrid, they're finally back.
I can't tell
They
you.
are. They are. I'm telling you. They're back. They took
the
4
group?
weeks off, but they're back.
I'm so
I was
scared.
guessing based on their sarcasm.
Oh,
The group.
God.
You got Team Shield.
So to put this in perspective, they started by going after tag teams. They then moved on to Oba Femi, and now they've gone all the way down the list to Javon Evans.
No, these mans really do not help y'all.
They got theme music
We know
now,
who
though.
you
That's
are.
pretty cool.
Again,
We know
give them
who
a
you
name,
are.
something.
Oh, y'all just beating up everybody. Well, never mind.
Dumb reader, man. Although I do love that throwing powerbomb. That is pretty dope, I will say. The tossing powerbomb is insane. Why, baby boy Dion? Why? Yeah, reader man. What the hell?
So does he have
I
contact?
called Dion Lennox reader man because that's all he ever did was read. Every time they had him in a backstage segment, he was reading. I figured he was Astrid's favorite wrestler because all he did was read.
Until you take those glasses off.
Speaking of Astrid, what are you going to buy with that $50 gift card?
I don't know. I gotta think about it. Gotta choose wisely.
No, it's $50. You can kind of choose whatever you want. That's
No.
2 full books.
Actually, I got. Let me see if I can find it. This one, I just got not with the gift card. I'll say, in the author, the main character is a wrestler that was in the author was inspired by Roman Reigns.
Oh,
So I was
God.
like, so Book Talk is going nuts now with pictures of Roman Reigns.
But we know Santana won't be reading that.
Absolutely not. Unless something terrible happens, then I might read it. Depending on how the story goes.
Okay. Wait, I had to read the whole thing. Maybe.
Right, me too.
Like, let's sit here. There is no next Will Ospreay. Like, first and foremost, there is no Will Ospreay Wish version. There isn't. Will Ospreay is an entirely different. Will Ospreay is essentially a better version of Prince Devitt. If
The
we're
big
really
baby
getting
Prince.
technical, he's not. Oh, good God! I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Will Ospreay is the greatest professional wrestler currently working. There isn't, in my mind, there isn't a discussion. It is Will Ospreay is currently the greatest professional wrestler working. That's my opinion. I don't think there's any better than Will
This is
Ospreay.
very surprising coming from you. I don't know.
I don't know why. Like, I get that I hate on AEW a lot, but like Will Ospreay did so much before he ever got there, and like he did what Chris Devitt tried to do, and he did it better. He was a junior, and then he went all the way up to the top of the division, won the New Japan World Championship, and then made himself a star around the world. Like, Will Ospreay can do it all. He really is one of the best in the world, and I think right now he's probably the best.
I'm biased. I'm gonna keep Rollins at my number one for best.
I do love Millie. I love that I just blatantly ignored that one of their masks fell off in their first appearance when they're supposed to stay covered. Yeah. It didn't help that they all tweeted out the picture too to tell us who they are. Like, who are they? Oh no. And it's like, well, they're all fucking tweeting about it. So
we'll do something a little different. Here's some book.
Cena is number one. Cena will always be number one.
I mean, Cena's the greatest of all time. Cena's the greatest.
I ain't gonna say he's like the best wrestler, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just fucking John Cena. Like, that man touched my hand when I was like 6th grade. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy when you say that, but yeah. Great times.
Especially when talking about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
We got some book that we're opening. I can open the envelope to begin with. Okay.
It's Hollywood fan mail from authors.
No, some publishers. I don't remember.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it's like, this is one of those moments that my mom tells me, do not buy any more books. And I said, if they come in envelopes like this, honey, I want to put the other side because I don't want my address to show up. I'm like, when it comes to an envelope like this, I didn't buy it.
I really
Lewis
love
is here saying Cena is goated. He is indeed. Hello, Lewis. We also got Millie agreeing with me. I could not stand up Will Ospreay this past year, but would even agree that he's one of the best. Like, I get it. Like, not everybody likes the Will Ospreay thing, but like, he it's hard to deny the talent that's there. Millie says yes. Don't dox yourself.
No,
yeah,
I mean, Ashton, I can tell them all if you want me to, but I don't think you need to. Well, you want birthday gifts next week, right?
Yeah, that's why you have my email, my social media. You didn't need my address for that.
I think I'm going to reach out to people for Ashton's birthday next week. I mean, I was going to be nice and not do it, but
no, that's why I warned you because I was hoping you didn't do it. I was hoping you wouldn't.
Oh, Mel's going to be a very happy person. We've got her favorite wrestler, Eddie Thorpe, out here with Sarah Schreiber, and he's dressed in his ring gear, I think, for some reason. Because reasons.
Get him off the screen.
Get him off the screen.
Dang.
Yeah, you better turn off your screen now. No, I just thought that was like regular gear.
Okay, can't open this one.
This man pulled Dakota Kai.
He's saying vest.
Hey, that man is winning. He pulled Dakota Guy. He's winning.
He
Literally.
did. He did indeed.
He's winning. Like there's no way around it. He's winning.
I told Astrid that if she goes to visit Full Sail or the Performance Center, that she can't drink the water because she'll end up in a relationship if she does. Because everybody in NXT is dating. Everybody.
I mean,
Well, let me go down there and drink the water. I don't know who I end up with, but I'm gonna drink some water down there. And what kind of water they got?
right? Let me know what's in that water.
Oh,
Let me
wow.
know.
I mean, Astrid, you're not that far away. You can go visit. Just don't go on Wednesday the 20th. Just don't go Tuesday the 24th. That's all you have to do.
Oh yeah, people might be mad too, but I don't care for Trick Williams either. Just wanna put
That's
that out there.
surprising.
I don't.
I mean, it's not like we have this just for the hell of it. Also, I don't know if Mark is still here, but we have this too.
Where have they been?
Joe Coffey's working Evolve.
I was about to say, I know I seen the clips of him in Evolve, but
Yeah.
Are they doing the NXT Underground? Wow.
Yeah, next week.
Oh, okay. Eddie is what, undefeated in that?
Oh
'Cause
wow!
I think he faced Dijak for that match.
Oh wow!
yes.
Talk about a big match next week. We got all kinds of big
God,
matches next week.
No, Rich, please,
know, no more Rich.
Ricky just got here. I do not need Rich to ruin
Look at
this
this
for
one
me.
though. Look at this one.
Wait for the next one.
Okay. You know, Chelsea, I do like you, girl, but I do like Soul Ruka a little bit more.
Remember, we got Alba Fire now with the secret Hervis, as we call it. Apparently,
That is, I like it. It's a cute name.
Here we go.
Trust me, if Chelsea needs to market something, she's gonna market it right. She's dating Cardona. Are they dating or are they married? Okay, I was gonna say I didn't know which one it was.
For respect to my girl, she's married now.
Yeah, they look so amazing. I was like, the girlfriends are fighting. I can't do this because they always together.
Astrid, I have a question for you too.
What?
So last week after Stephanie did after the show, they had Stephanie do Busted Open After Dark. What did you think about Bully Ray getting the honor of wearing the horns?
Don't remind me.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I did. You want to feel like El Diablo? No.
I love how he's so confused what's going to happen. He's like, "Excuse, wait, what?"
No.
Just like, I'm just gonna
I
go
love
with
her.
it.
I love the interview though. She's so fun, like just like a fun personality. Even though it's like, and I think about this aspect. She's doing an interview in the second language that she's learning about it too at the same time. Like that's amazing.
Yep. We got one set of girlfriends fighting and one set of about to be girlfriends. Like what?
She is adorable, honestly. I like both Stephanie and Giulia. I watched both of their careers before they got here to WWE, and I'm very excited to see what they've done thus far. I just didn't want this match to happen so early. I didn't. Yep. I didn't think it would happen this early. You know, but I'm hoping and praying that somebody interrupts.
This is one of the few times I will be happy with an interruption.
That's what I'm going for.
Fallon's interrupting. She's been brushed off by 2 weeks in a row by Ava. There's no chance she doesn't get involved in this match.
No, all three of them just get involved.
Yeah, so before we get into the main event, let's go ahead and do some plugs now. We got a good crowd here. Santana, what do you have going on, and where can the people find you?
Well, I'm about to start back up my YouTube channel for 2K My Rise. 2K25 is out now. And the only time I'm active on my YouTube channel is when my rise happens. And so you guys can definitely follow me there. I haven't been to any wrestling shows recently. In a minute, aside from TNA. I think the next show I may be going to is probably July, but who really knows? Because AEW All In is going to be in Texas. So I might go there. This is my first AEW show, so pray for me.
Yeah. All
It's a
in.
different.
Pray for me.
Pray for me. It's a little different. It's a different crowd, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know me.
Looking
I'm a
Seahawks.
reckless. I'm a reckless audience member. Okay, I do say what's on my mind and how I feel, and so I know that there are going to be some upset fans in the audience. But guess what? I don't give a damn. Okay, I think they're trash. They're trash to me. If I don't like it, I don't like it. You know, I'm gonna have a good time. But other than that, yeah, that's about it.
Astrid, tell the good people what you've got going on and where they can find you.
I keep forgetting what day it is. You
Today's
can find me on
Tuesday.
Friday doing Making an Impact. Hopefully with Brett and Mark. I know Mark for sure. Brett, I'm not sure. And then you can find me again on Tuesday doing Taking Over with that one over there in the far corner. I can't reach him. But no, other than that, you can find me on my YouTube channel. If you're probably mostly here, so you can subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell to be notified. On the road to 300, I'm at 297, so we're almost there.
And remember, make sure you reach out to her on the 20th to tell her happy birthday, because she adores when people do that. She loves it. It's her favorite thing in the world.
Sure.
If you don't, I will find you. I will hunt you down.
I was gonna say you would.
And we'll do mine later. We'll go back to this because Stephanie Vaquer is making her way to the ring as we speak. La Primera, as I've been told.
Yes.
I know this match is gonna be good. I just don't want it to end clean. I don't. Like they've had one of the biggest like feuds like on like in other promotions, and to finally see them face off here for the first time in NXT, it's gonna be great.
Thank you.
Good job. Good SCG. You should make a note. Don't worry. We'll have stuff. We'll have plenty of stuff next week on the show about it.
Okay, skip it next week. Noted.
No, we're here next week because I have to mix in 2 weeks.
Okay, here we go.
I love the atmosphere for the Giulia entrance.
Yeah. I can't wait to see both of their entrances in the game actually, because I saw what y'all did to Jada and I didn't like it. Her entrance looks crazy. 50th.
I figured you'll be happy, Millie. It just
50th.
happened not too long ago. I'm kidding.
No, I just turned 41.
I know, I'm kidding.
20?
Remember,
so what is that?
His Twitter username tells you his birthday, in case you always forget about it.
Indeed, it does. It
That's
does make it easy to remember my Twitter handle.
That's okay. I told people I was turning 50 last year, and Astrid saw it. It's like, you're lying. You're not turning 50. And I was like, well, okay. Maybe not now, but eventually I will. I had put in the uproar. I was like, you're lying. There is no way you're 50. And I was like, dude, like, what do you mean?
I was like, I'm not falling for that one. I suppose that you're trying to make it happen.
It was a running joke on Twitter, on Instagram, actually. It started when I was 47. And I would tell people, like, I'm 47. I was like, oh my God, you're lying. Let me see your driver's license. I'm like, excuse me? I need to show you my driver's license just to prove that I'm 47 years old. Hello? What are you? The people at the casino that I still have to show my license to whenever I go in there? Just so they can prove that I'm over the age of 21?
I'm just trying to get you to dox yourself. That's all. By the way, can I say that I'm happy and sad to see Mike Rome back?
You know,
I like having Lillian last week. I'll be honest. I don't hate Mike Rowe, but I don't really like him.
I feel like he doesn't
just-
stand out though.
He feels like a poor man's Justin whatever from AEW. What is it? Justin Roberts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it Yapper Dapper is what they call him, or the other way around? I always do it. I always say it wrong.
The Dapper Yapper.
There you go. I know. I always say it wrong. I just know the words.
Ashley's
Oh my
like, I know
God.
words. These are things.
Yeah. At least I have an excuse. English is my second language. I can still say that.
I love how after this, I still have to watch Daredevil.
I have not started yet. I've been stuck on Invincible. So, and this final episode is coming up this week, and I'm not prepared.
Well, all I'm going to say is for Daredevil, get the tissues ready.
Okay. I will prepare myself. I'll make sure I watch that after I recover from Invincible. That's what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
Are all the episodes for the newest season of Invincible out yet? Or are they still
The last episode drops this Thursday. So then they only have 8. So they'll after that it'll be waiting until season 4 comes out. Well, they might do another one for her. They might.
Mm. Mm.
All right. STG says, serious question. You have to pick one. Giulia or Stephanie based on wrestling ability? Giulia. Hands down.
I'm probably going to go Stephanie. I like Giulia. Yeah. Absolutely. But I don't know. I mean, it's just like Stephanie, I don't know. It's just like the way she moves in the ring. It's just so like flowy in a way. But I do appreciate both of them and their styles. Because even though they're different, they mesh really, really well together.
Yep.
They're great dancing partners.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a spot that they blew, that they still made work with that roll up, like double roll up spot there. That was impressive. It's
like when you know, like you know your partner, you know what you're gonna get or expect when you're in the ring with them. Now I know, like with them being in this company, you know, they like to tone down the girls' in ring ability, you know. But I feel like for these two, y'all should just let them do whatever the hell they want. You know.
Oh, I'm sure Shawn Michaels just lets them do what they want. I don't think Shawn Michaels gives a shit.
Like this ain't the regular NXT girls that y'all be having. These girls are different. You can let them bleed if you want to. I don't care.
I love having guests and having the 3 screens, but I miss having Chef Sean in between me and Astrid.
I just say the only thing I feel with NXT so far, I feel like we've seen it more of Stephanie wrestling than Giulia, so that's why I feel like I'm appreciating Stephanie a little bit more than Giulia. But I love both of them though.
But I think the part of that is also that Giulia's been hurt for most of her time here too.
Yep.
SCG going, I have Chef Sean right here. Thanks to emotes from Get the
I can go put on a chef outfit and just stand like this the rest of the day. I mean, I look like Shawn Michaels, but you know, I can give the illusion.
Works for me. So we've got 2 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and take that opportunity to go ahead and talk about what I've got coming up. You can find me on Twitter and sometimes Blue Sky. If I remember to check it at edfries12584. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/edfries2002. I got a lot of content coming to Twitch. As Santana said, we got WWE 2K content coming as I'm going to go ahead and stumble my way through GM mode. I'm going to stumble my way through a newbie who has no idea what the fuck he's doing in universe mode this year. I'm very excited. I've never touched universe mode like sandbox version. I've only ever done like superstar version. So this year I'm going to try to do the sandbox version and have some fun with that. You can catch me every Wednesday night talking WWE Evolve after I finish with Marvel Talk, if there's a Marvel Talk that week. So this week we've got Marvel Talk at 8 covering Daredevil episode 3. And then we've got Evolve coming up after that. Very excited. Evolve was a really fun show last week. We got to see Ricky Smokes, Cappuccino Jones, all kinds of great people. Sean Legacy. We got to see Tro London get his ass kicked. That was a whole bunch of fun by Kiana Carver. And of course, we got to see Kendall Gray and Carly Bright, which meant I had a smile. Because Carly Bright was on my screen again.
Of course you were
It's
happy.
it's a running joke that I always smile every time Carly Bright's on my screen. Although they've changed their whole tone on Evolve. It's very different for the two of them. But yes, no. So you're adding all these shows. No. So all of the stuff that I'm talking about, with the exception of Marvel Talk, is strictly on my Twitch channel. It's all going to be stuff that's going to be on my Twitch channel. There will be some 2K stuff coming to our local establishment in the near future, but that'll be coming end of March, beginning of April. Because I'll be out for roughly a week coming up at the end of the month. So Giulia just did the Stephanie spot to Stephanie.
Oh, I was about to say I see it coming up now, I think.
And Booker T's response is, change it up. Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, God.
To which Vic responded, save some for later. It might be a long night. So.
Stephanie didn't sell it like the girls usually do, though.
No, she did not sell it. It's coming up right here.
It's just like, girl, I'm not finna sell my move against you.
STG. You know what? Just go enjoy your destruction of your Seattle Seahawks and call it a day. How dare that happen? The picture in the picture.
Better picture in picture than commercial, full commercial.
That's true.
Millie, don't worry. I'll get you some footage of it from. I'll redo it in StreamYard with Netflix, and I'll get you the footage of it with commentary. It's all good. I got you. There's no appreciating Booker T on commentary. There's none. There is no appreciation.
He's not talking about the Seahawks thing.
Oh, I'm sure as hell not going to appreciate the Seahawks. What am I, Auntie Collins?
Oh my god, the commentary during this. No, even the crowd's cheering him on. No, don't encourage him.
Well, the crowd can't fucking hear him.
I know.
The crowd's just cheering the song.
I know, but if they watch the show, they know what he's saying, what this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I was gonna say this one. I hate that move so much. It feels like a diva move. I don't like it whatsoever. Every time I see it, and I hate the sell for it too. Oof, no.
I don't know. Whenever I do sometimes watch NXT, I do watch it when during the match. I do watch it on mute because I don't want to hear Booker T sometimes.
Yep.
Like they have a perfectly good Vic Joseph and Corey Graves here. We don't need Booker T anymore.
No, I mean, Corey got over his little situation or however he was feeling or whatever, and stuff. And sometimes he just do too much. You make me feel like this is, the king on commentary. I don't need that. Call the match, or something.
And let's not get away here. Like Corey Graves, like he's a bit much sometimes with the ladies, but not nearly Booker T or Jim or Jerry Lawler levels. Like he's tame enough. And it was very often Carmella, which is his wife or girlfriend at the time. Like it was very often more her than anybody else, to be honest.
I saw like Mandy Rose, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know. Sometimes it was just, I mean, and even not even just like how he would go crazy over like Carmella or whatever because she was a girlfriend, wife, fiance, mother's child now, whatever. But it would sometimes be like some of the other things that Corey would say that'd be like, I get sometimes you may not understand it cultural wise, but there's a way to say things, you know.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't really have much of a big issue with Corey on commentary. I actually enjoy him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Corey is a pretty well done commentator.
Yeah,
He's
it's
not the
pretty decent.
greatest commentator in the world, but he's. And to think about it, he's done a lot in a little bit of time. Like most of these commentators, they take years and years and years. Like, and it's been years and years and years now. But me and Astrid covered the takeover where Corey Graves switched from being a wrestler to working in the announce teams. Oh wow, that's a hell of a spot.
I was gonna say I love her hair too. If I could do blue, I would do that tone of blue.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
This match is indeed fantastic. Also, hello, Parrish.
I'm just waiting
Thank
for
you
somebody
for
to come in at this point.
Well, whoever it is, somebody.
No,
But I hope whoever it is does not piss me off.
So we got to find somebody, but they can't piss off Santana. Come on, Sean, make it happen.
I was like,
you can pick. You know, you got a wind of women back there. You can choose from. Just don't pick somebody that's gonna upset me. Because I'm like, oh, you gotta be joking me.
Guys, close the chat if you're behind.
The private chat?
Yeah, no, just the regular chat.
Okay.
I don't know if you can both see the comments. I don't know if STG is ahead enough because I know he's on the same timeline I am.
Interesting.
Okay, well, my match is still going right now.
Yeah, I know.
No,
so I said what I said.
Yikes. No, I wanted somebody to come out and ruin it.
Yep, me too. Here we go. Your winner and the new champion.
That's something that sparked the rumors that were happening too.
I wanted somebody to ruin this for me.
No, but the match was great though.
Yeah,
fantastic. Banger main event.
God, it should have been somebody to ruin.
No, I want it again. But that, it sparks more of the rumors that Giulia's hurt by having Stephanie win as well.
Yeah. I don't mind Stephanie winning. I don't.
Oh,
but
look at Giulia crying.
I wanted somebody to ruin it.
Yeah. But I just think at the same time, if Giulia is hurt, I was like, this is a terrible timing for her to get hurt as well this season.
Yeah, but you know what? After she, gets better, if she is injured, whoever holding that damn title, you better watch out.
Yeah, the only thing I'm like, stand and deliver. That would have been great. Depends how bad she is.
But it depends on like how long she's out though, too. I mean, if she is gonna be out, like how long is she gonna be out? Well, listen, you know what, Giulia, you lost to your girlfriend. It's okay,
No, so it depends. It depends. A lot of times, yes, but if you're creative enough, you can do it. And Stephanie's the type of talent that I think you can double book her on a night. Or you can have her defending a title on one night and then defending a title on you could have her making defenses, with the North American Championship on TV and building a feud for the world title for Stand and Deliver.
Right.
Yep. Very true.
But thank you all for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for being here with the watch along. But most importantly, thank you, Santana, for jumping in and joining us for this. We greatly appreciate it. Tell people one more time what you've got coming up and what you've got coming up to YouTube.
So gonna be starting up W2K25 My Rise on my YouTube channel. I already posted my new intro for the year. So I always post a new intro every year to kind of let people know that my rise is happening, and it's going to be happening on my YouTube channel. You can find it here on the banner below, Holistic. You can also follow me on Twitter on Holistic. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the same, Holistic, but just add Muse at the end of it. If you just type in Holistic, you'll still find me. That's where I post a lot of my wrestling photography at, or anime stuff that you kind of may see over here in the corner in the back. But yeah, that's about it.
And Millie, she is reportedly a shoulder injury for Giulia right now. That is the rumor. She's been working with a bunch of tape on her shoulders at the house show loops. In the Florida loop, she's been working with a bunch of tape on her shoulder. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Astrid, for putting together this watch along, and we will see you all next time.
I am in misery.